John.
Hello.
Hello. I hear you're a fan of cats.
I'm ambivalent towards cats,
Ambivalent.
but of domesticated animals, if I had to have one, it would probably be a cat.
Do you know how important cats are?
How important they are?
Mm.
Probably less important to men than women.
Well,
sort of sexist comment I'm going to make earlier.
No, you would think that, but the cat somehow is used to control the Earth's gravitational force.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, you see, but that's how important they are, and basically, they get put through this machine of sorts that you could maybe call a cat machine.
Right.
And they get sorted and flung out into, I dare say, to space to control the Earth's gravitational forces.
Right. Okay. Well, that much seems obvious.
But obviously, because the way things get invented and made, it's not just as simple as that, because people decide to do it in a way that it's broken, and it needs you to go in and fix it, John.
Right. Okay.
That's the premise of the cat machine.
Right. So it's giving me a job.
It's giving you a job, yes, to save the world, John.
Am I going to get paid?
In gratitude from the cats, maybe, or a sense of accomplishment.
So
Not in
unpaid
hard, fast
work.
cash. It is unpaid work.
Unpaid work, much like the current government might expect everyone under 25 to do at the moment.
I would think so, yes.
Right, okay.
No, essentially, it's a puzzle game. If you've played any, I think stuff like, was it the Train Line or something like that was on iOS that made you have to move trains from one part to another based on the colours they were and stuff like that. And
well, obviously I haven't played any of that shit, so
no. But we'll dive right in. I was going to dive right in, and after playing a few of these levels and then going, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go straight to the tutorial again. But I'm not, because it makes you go through the entire tutorial. You can't just play the level again. So we're going to go for about here, maybe.
So these blocks are just levels, are they?
Yes, they're just levels. And it didn't. One of these did it earlier, where I hovered over it and it showed a picture of a cat. Maybe you've got to do things. But essentially, if you look up here in the top left-hand corner, you're going to have two trains of cats coming out.
Right.
One's in yellow. You've got a blue cat, a red cat, a blue cat, a white cat. Now, what you've essentially got to do is get these cats to fly off in different directions based on the colour track you put down. With me so far?
Not really.
Right.
What are the cats on the computers doing?
They are pretending to work.
Right, okay.
They're in there going, oh, let's input this, let's make these tracks go round, but they're not clever enough, obviously, to actually,
Facebook and stuff like that.
Basically, they're doing what most people do in menial jobs.
Right.
But anyway, what we do is, you see here, you've got different coloured tracks that you can choose from on the left, and basically, whatever cat is at the front of the train at the time is the only one that will allow the train to travel along that track. So, show you how this works. Basically, we choose yellow because we've got a yellow cat first. And then we just simply build a track. And then, as it reaches the end of the track, yellow cat will fall off. So, we then go blue. And then we realise we need a red because we get a red one. And we fill that in, and then we've got another blue one.
This is very much like when I'm shown how to do something new at work, and someone's explaining it to me, and for the first minute, I'm like, yeah, okay, and then I think, oh, I've lost this. I'm just going to say yes, and then when they go, I'm going to figure it out for myself.
And that's exactly what the tutorial's like.
Right, okay.
So once you've decided, right, this is my track layout, you then hit play, and then you get to watch cats.
That one's gone.
That one's gone. Ready?
Meow.
That one's gone. That one's gone.
Yeah.
That one's gone. And then finally the white one. Always goes last. And then...
Meow.
So, I mean, what if you don't do the tracks right? What happens? Do they just stop?
I will show you the next level what happens if you don't do the tracks right.
Okay.
I was hoping it would be a bit more cat unfriendly.
Right.
If we go to one of these ones, which gave me a little bit of trouble to start with. So we've got a red cat coming out first and then yellow cats. So if we decide to go, I tell you what, let's break the system down a bit.
Is that cat over there the boss?
Yes. Yes, he's giving me, look, he gives you your tutorial.
Right, okay, that's useful to know, isn't it?
Yep. He tells you stuff. Not interesting. But we're gonna, anyway, we're just mucking around with all this at the moment. I'm just gonna go now.
Is this the game?
This is pretty much the game, yeah.
So it's just increasingly complex arrays of cat colours.
So you do this, ready? And it's not gonna go anywhere.
Right, oh, because it needs to be red cat first.
Yeah. And you're confusing the kitties.
Right.
No idea why the blue cats aren't there going, whoa, whoa, whoa. Red.
I mean, this could be anything, couldn't it? There's no need for it to be cats.
No.
This is like when me and my friends wrote the perfect book in theory, where you just write erotic fiction, but instead of having the character be someone like Mr. Grey, you just make it a cat. So you combine cats and sort of sadomasochistic erotic fiction, and you've then probably got the best-selling book.
Would that not probably be better?
Would it be better than what?
Than Mr. Grey type stuffs.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You write that kind of book, but you have a cat as the main character instead.
Yeah.
And then you've just conquered the world of, I hesitate to say literature, but you've conquered the world of something.
Female porn.
Well, I mean, this game seems very much that let's go with cats because.
Oh yeah, I screwed that up. See, I screwed that up.
Yeah.
You don't want to screw that up. But I know why I screwed it up.
They're quite fast now, aren't they? So, I mean, are there any story-based cutscenes or anything? Whoa.
Oh, no. See, I forgot how I've done this now. I've already completed this level.
You want that second one to be yellow?
That's what I think I've done. Hang on. Meow. There we go. Meow. And it's definitely much better when you make them go fast.
I mean, what's the appeal here, other than the cats?
Well, it's the cats aren't the appeal, really. You could remove the cats and just have blocks, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You've got the cats, but I mean, why are you doing this?
Why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because there's a whole world outside.
Who cares? I can do stuff with cats.
It's I mean, it's an interesting looking game.
It's.
I feel like in the 10 minutes we've looked at it, I've seen everything I could ever want to see of it.
You have seen pretty much everything you need to see of it, yeah. But you can see, look, it starts to get a little bit more complex. Ish.
Yeah.
Make it go fast.
Complex enough for me.
It depends. If you're a big fan of puzzle games, then there's plenty to do. It's the only problem I've got at the moment. It doesn't seem to be a fail state for any of these levels. It just seems to be a case of, well, you've not quite got this. Yeah.
I mean, these cats on the computers, they're playing this game because this is exactly the sort of thing you'd play at work if you could get away with it. This is like a Facebook time waster game.
Yes. See, where I think it starts to get that little bit more complicated, I don't know what's going on here. They've destroyed all the cats that are actually working, and you're now being...
You want to look out for what might happen to that North Tower and South Tower there.
It's getting a bit draconian now.
It's, I mean, there's no... Where are the cats?
I know, there's no cats now. So even levels that start to look a bit complicated don't actually get that complicated.
No, it's not going to work. Your red cat. Oh, where's the white cat going?
White
How
cat
does the white cat know to go to the white one? Why does it not follow that red path?
Because it's not red.
Meow.
Oh, right. Okay, so they just keep going until they find a path that's their colour.
Yes.
Meow.
Okay, so it doesn't necessarily matter what order you put them in then, does
No,
it? The paths?
which is it's kind of weird because I'm liking the structure of the game, but it's just I want to be challenged a bit more. Nothing's challenging me at the moment, which is, oh hello, we've gone pink. They're telling you other bits that I don't think matter. It's got. I like the aesthetic of it. Actually, it doesn't take itself overly seriously, which I like. But yeah, I've not been challenged, and I want to be challenged a bit more. And I'm hoping later levels allow that to happen.
They probably do, but in a sort of what looks to me like it will be an annoying way, because you're just being challenged pointlessly. There's not much of a reward.
No.
Kind of thing. These games need to give you a reward, no matter how intangible that reward is, and it usually is. It needs to. No numbers are getting bigger here, are they?
Oh, hang on. We've had a bit of a. Oh, hang on. Oh no, hang on. Look here. Got a few issues here. I need to somehow get that.
What the hell?
Aha,
Yeah,
there we go.
I'm still not sure I understand enough about what's going on at the moment.
I think I do. There we go. I had to find a way to go around this little bit to get him there, but obviously I'd screwed that up there. So hopefully, what should happen now? We should go red cat.
Meow.
Get rid.
Meow. Meow.
Red cat. Red
Meow.
cat. Yellow cat.
Meow.
Blue cat.
Meow.
Sounds like some kind of old
Meow.
rave dance thing. Red cat, yellow cat, blue cat, white cat.
And if you take them all, you end up on the front of the Daily Mirror the next morning.
Yes. But yeah, it's. I like the game. It's relaxing.
What's with the giant Mario block that's?
What here?
Yeah.
If you look, what that's actually doing is telling you what the level layout looks like.
Oh, right.
But if you go to one you haven't unlocked, it's a question mark.
See.
But yeah, it's been nothing overly challenging with it so far. And I suppose it's one I wouldn't mind just jumping into now and again. Like I said, the problem is even when they do look challenging, they're not.
I mean, in a world where everyone's got 40,000 games in their Steam library, I just don't know how you'd ever find the time to fit something like this in. I mean, this looks like a fun diversion game for the kind of people who play games on Facebook.
Yes.
And nothing else.
Yes.
But when you can buy last year's blockbuster shooting game for 60p in a Steam sale, and you've got 30 of them that you haven't looked at yet, I would suggest maybe you'd want to look at one of those.
Yeah,
Meow.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I mean, I tend to like having games where I can just go, do you know what? I've got 10 minutes to spare. Let's just throw this game on for 10 minutes.
Meow.
And this does that. But I'm a huge puzzle game fan.
I mean, there's lots of games like this around now where there's nothing necessarily wrong with them, but there's just nothing good about them either that would make you want to play them.
No, there are just so many games, and this is where you're right. This is now trying to compete in a world where you've got your Binding of Isaacs, you've got your Super Meat Boys, you've got things like Trime 3 coming out, which are all indie-based games, and offer that something. You've got Chime Sharp is coming out soon, which is another puzzle game, which looks fantastic. This is just one of those games where I would find it hard to review because there's nothing bad about it. There's nothing bad about it whatsoever.
They haven't made enough of the cat thing, I think. I mean, the cat thing is their obvious gimmick. It's, oh, cats, huh? But, I mean, there's not much made of it. Like you say, they could easily just be blocks.
Yeah.
And that is what underlies this whole thing. And it's just nothing, is it? It's nothing.
I said I like the aesthetic. It's the cat. It's well designed. The visuals on it are unassuming. They're perfectly fine for what they do. But when I first started the game, I thought, oh, this is going to have quite a good sense of comedy to it, or I'm just going to really sort of like the cat thing's going to really push. But I think you're right. After I'd done maybe the first 4 levels, I was like, it's not really doing much.
They could make the same thing, but make it much more appealing by having filmed little FMV clips or something of the various coloured cats sort of flying into people's faces when they go flying off and things like that.
See,
anything that's like a little bit of a payoff, anything that makes it worth you doing, just to see that cat smash into someone's face or something like that, that would make it a little bit more worthwhile.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been someone who says, when I'm playing Tetris, I don't want a story with Tetris or most puzzle games, but I think this is something that will probably do with more of a, you've completed this bunch of levels, here's the next part of the story, this is why we're doing this. But it does just seem to be lacking that little something that makes it a go-to game.
Its main problem is that by the laws of nature, humans have a finite amount of time on the earth, and there are better things to do with that finite amount of time, I think. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with this, but if you're choosing to spend any more than 5 minutes of your allotted time, then you're making a bad decision, I think.
Yeah, there is that degree, and I think that's why I will complete this. I will play through it a lot more. But it will be, as you said, at 5-minute intervals. Waiting for the missus to get showered so we can go out, or I've got 5 minutes till my next conference call, or something like that. Then I might stick this on. But yeah, it's definitely not a mainstay game. There's puzzle games that do it so much better. But I don't want to be down on it because it's fine. It's perfectly fine, and I think that's all I can really get from it. That it is.
How much is it?
That's what I'm just trying to find out now.
Because if it's any more than 60p,
oh no, it's definitely more than that. It's a couple of quid at least.
Right, well then.
But again, this is where we're in a world where, because you can get games for 60p. See, it's not actually out yet. It's not out until the 12th of August. Oh, ahead of time.
Which is today.
Is it?
Yeah.
It'll be later today then. But I really don't know. I like what I'm playing with it. But there's not enough that I'm going to go, right, everything else gets cast aside and I'm going to play this. It's just unassuming. And I don't mean that in a bad way. But I don't think there's enough there. There's not enough of a hook to get other people playing it.
I know what your problem is, because there's not enough about it to slag it off. There's not enough about it to praise it, and there's not enough about it to stand. It's just nothing.
Yeah,
it is nothing.
It's your typical middle of the road game.
In a way, that's the harshest thing you could possibly ever say about anything. It's nothing. But in this case, I mean, from what I've seen, see,
if I was to review it and do a full written review of this. I'd be really torn. I'd probably be saying to people, you know, if you enjoy a puzzle game that is just relaxing, then fine, you'll pick this up, you'll enjoy it. I would probably do the typical 7 out of 10 in today's scoring system.
I think writing a full written review of this game would be the only thing you could do that's more pointless than actually playing it.
Yeah, that would be difficult. Again, I think it's one of the reasons I wanted to do the quick look of it. I don't know what I could write for this that would be worthy of a full review. But I've not played this and gone, right, I'm done with it, I'm not playing this again. You know, I'm quite happy to then pick this up and play again. I'll probably a bit later on this evening. I've got 20 minutes spare.
It's the video game equivalent of me writing a novel about my trip to Aldi, and it might be one of the most perfectly written novels ever, but it's still going to be about a trip to Aldi.
I could listen to that.
Well, you'd be in the minority.
I want to listen to about your trip to Aldi.
I haven't been today, and I haven't got the memory to remember last week.
Oh man,
tomorrow.
That's not good. But yeah, so if we're looking here again, you look at even some of these where they're now trying to go. It's a bit more complicated. You've got various different routes, but there's even here where this should be a bit later on in the day. This here isn't going.
Meow.
Oh, much more challenging.
Meow.
And oh,
You fucked up there.
there we go. We've hit, but so we're going yellow. To go. That needs to go yellow. Oh, we've hit a.
That white one
snag here.
needs to be a blue one.
No, that white one has to stay white.
Does it?
Ah, see, now we've hit a challenge. I should have done this a bit earlier. So we're coming through here, we're going yellow. That's fine. Then... oh, I wonder.
Why does
Then...
the white one have to stay there? Do you only get one white one?
yeah, that's set by default.
Right.
Because the white one, you always get a white cat at the end.
Right.
So we're going yellow, yellow. And blue.
Yeah, and then you get a yellow back, and then it will go to the white one.
See what happens here, because we're going yellow will come off there.
Meow.
Yeah.
Yellow will come off there.
Meow.
Oh, you need another blue.
Meow.
Oh, he'll just go round, will he? Yeah, you need another blue.
But I need that yellow to be there. But if I then put that up there, that's going to come round
you
there.
you can make that yellow a blue, and then you whack another blue on somewhere else. I mean, I'm disappointed in myself that I've even got this involved.
Ah, see? It has merits.
Merits would be going too far.
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. We want that to do that. Ah, it's to do with the way it will go. So, if we go yellow, yellow, blue. Okay, I see this.
What's old Glasses Cat got to say about it?
Let's have a look. What's all that liquid beneath the towers, keeping the planet rotating, blah, 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 blah. See, yeah, you're right. This could do with maybe a little video. So now this is... we apologise to the developers, because this has now all of a sudden got a little bit challenging.
But it's challenging. I don't even know if it is, but it's in a way that I just don't care about.
That does that. And then... but we can't get that anywhere else. So it's got to be another yellow that comes off of here. We don't want that blue. I'm going to say blue this way. That's got to be... oh no, hang on. I wonder. If we do blue that way... Yellow that way. Blue that way.
Meow. Meow.
No, it's going to screw me over again, isn't it?
Blue one's going.
Meow.
That's going to get rid of that there, which means I can't.
Meow.
Oh, why does he go? Why doesn't he follow the yellow path?
Because he's white. Whatever the front cat is the one that's
Oh,
path
right,
it will
okay.
follow.
He's still not giving me a reason to care.
Oh, see, now I'm very in because it's the most difficult one I've had so far.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Oh look, blue cat's stuck now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to work out. Hmm.
Right, so you've got a yellow one.
Whatever happens, yellow's got to come off. I wonder if I'm not thinking laterally enough.
Yellow one can go.
There. Ah, yeah, look. Because then that will bring the final yellow one off there and bring him into there. So that would then be blue. No, it wouldn't. That can't be blue because that needs to... Right, that would be yellow.
Blue.
And on that there would be blue. That there would be blue.
And you got your yellow and your white.
Have a look. Yellow.
Isn't yellow one going to go? He's going to go there.
That's going to get rid of him.
Meow. Meow.
Oh, you fuck nut.
There you go. You've forgotten your other blue, haven't you?
I was hoping that would go. That's definitely there for that yellow. That's got to do that.
Right, yeah. You've got your other yellow.
But I
I
then
think you want your blue to go off of that one that's no.
wonder if that yellow.
Yellow goes no.
Oh no, because I can't then do that to that, can I?
No. You want that yellow going where it will go in.
So to there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you want your blue coming off of that one.
This one.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then going back on, like, just take it on round, so go back onto there, and then you want it going off the other side. Oh, but you can't yet. You want it going off again somewhere. But
That
it
will
needs
double
to
up
be-
there.
It needs to come off somewhere else. Because you've got two blues, haven't you? Instead of rejoining there,
Yeah.
can it rejoin the one at the bottom? Like the
No, it can't because there's already one on there.
It can't join on the other side.
No.
Oh.
That's yellow and yellow sorted.
I think this is much simpler than we're making it.
Probably is. Let's go in there. That's probably not going to work. But let's see.
Meow.
This works, but I don't think the other
Meow.
blue cat's going to go.
Meow.
Oh, maybe it will.
Meow.
We can get rid of that, but we now can't.
You need your yellow cat, don't you? Oh, what's going on? What are they on? Are they like trays on wheels?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But that doesn't get used, really. It's somehow that's...
Everyone watching this is screaming the solution out.
They are, yes. And they're also mocking us because we went, no, there's no challenge to this. But do you know what I want? This is, I think, my main issue. That there is no... Even though this is now getting a bit more difficult, I need a fail state. I think it needs some kind of fail state for... if you're not doing it. Or the levels need to be grander. This is frustrating me why I can't do this one. Unless maybe I've done the mistake that maybe that should go to there. That's yellow. Yellow. To yellow. Doesn't work. Right, I'm going to call this because we're just going to spend the next half hour otherwise just going, I can't do this one. But I think clearly it does start to get a challenge to it. It does start to get that bit more difficult, which is good, but it takes a long time to get to that area for it to get busy. And I think you're right, it needs a slightly different aesthetic for it. For me, it's the sort of game I like playing, and I say I will play in 5-minute intervals here and there. For others, yeah, it's not one I can recommend to everyone. You know, it doesn't sound like it's your sort of thing, John.
I just think if it was an instant thing that you can mess about with, like I've got a little chess game on my phone.
Yeah.
Look at my phone and it's there right away, and I can play a bit for 5 minutes. But this is the sort of thing you need to load it up. You need to navigate past the title screen. You need to, and by the time you've done that, it's already like more hassle than it's worth.
Yeah.
That's the problem. If I press the button on my phone and I'm presented straight away with this, then maybe I'd do it. But
yeah,
turning a PC on, waiting for it all.
Got it. Done it. I
Thank
think.
you.
Hang on. Right, that's it. Guarantee you, this is it.
Meow. Meow.
1 cat, 2 cat,
Meow.
3 cat,
Meow.
4 cat. Oh.
No, what?
The blue cat went round twice.
Why did it? Hang on. That was coming round there, which we wanted it to do. That came round there, and then flung it round there. And then we wanted that to go round there, which it should have done. Why didn't it do that?
I can't help but feel that you're getting assistance from someone.
I am. My son's now in here looking at me. Let's try that. We're on the right lines here.
Meow. Meow.
Cat,
Blue.
cat,
Meow.
3 cat.
Blue.
Meow.
Yellow. Suck it, game.
White one's not. Oh, white one is going.
There we go.
Yeah.
Do you know I said you don't get paid in real money? You get paid in a sense of accomplishment. I feel proud of myself for beating that.
If my boss tried to tell me that, I'd smash her face in.
I probably would as well. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a Marmite game. I like it. It's not for you. My son, he's been over my shoulder for the entire thing, pointing at the screen, telling me what to do. So it's
it's a game for younger people who don't realise that their life is going to be full of this sort of futility when they get older.
I think that's a good. Yeah. People who don't have real jobs yet.
Yeah, and they're going to think, oh, this is all right. This is fine because I don't do this every single day as it is anyway.
Yeah. All it needs now is someone monitoring you over your shoulder, saying, clearly, your call times aren't where they should be.
Let him play it and then review his performance on a monthly basis and see how he's doing.
Yes, while also cutting down any fun or benefits he has. You know, if he needs to go to the toilet, I'm going to like, nope. Gotta wait till your allotted break. You're not having that glass of water at your table.
Yeah, you need to get him addicted to cigarettes so that he can really sit there and stew it out waiting for his next break.
There's that as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, we'll call that. We should have got onto that level a bit earlier because it got a bit more challenging. But yeah, no, that's the cat machine. I've got a bit of time for it. It's not for John, but there you go. That's games for you.
Meow.
Meow indeed. Goodbye.